All right, so hello, everyone. Here we are, finally. I had some technical difficulties. Please tell me you can hear me. Because the meter of my sound is just outside of my screen, which is very helpful. Not. I hear you. Okay, good. I can't hear anything. I can hear you. What is it? What is it? Now I do. Okay, good. So unmute your headsets. I'm right here. I'm sorry. I just a little low. Okay, let me see if I can do anything about that. I'll just talk into this better. All good. All good. Okay. Whew. Because I've had enough technical difficulties for today. I was running a little late because of non-technical difficulties, but now I am running late because all the things wouldn't work. But I won't bore you with the details. We are here for the challenge that we've launched, I think 10 days ago. Me together with Matt Sokup. No, it doesn't work every time. Okay. And I got a lot of submissions. I got a lot of last minute submissions. So I was thinking I was the only one that was procrastinating and doing things last minute, but it seems a lot of people are doing that. So yeah, I got a lot of submissions last night, and I did not prepare anything, so I'll be just as surprised as you are. From the PRs and the descriptions, there's a couple of very nice ones in there, from what I could tell. But yeah, let's see if we can make something work. Hello, Lachlan. I think you streamed your submission, right? Nice hat. Where can I buy one? I actually had this custom made. I don't know. Another friend of mine, Fani, who is streaming also, Fani Reinders, and he got this Visual Studio one made, and I thought it was pretty cool, so I thought I would make Xamarin one, and here we are. So, just find a spray paint cap person who can do this for you, and you can probably buy one. Or I should maybe open up a store and sell them myself. Stream mine. Okay, good. So first half of it. Okay. Well, first, for the people who don't know what this is all about, let's just go over to my screen. And let's have a little look at what we are doing. So 10 days ago. Oh, first, little disclaimer. That's something I was going to say. This is not official business. This will not tell you anything about who is going to win what or wherever, or which one is good, which one is bad. I'm just going over the submissions. So if you're here to win prizes, then sorry, you're out of luck. You'll just have to wait for that. I don't think it's even in my control. There are other people doing that for me. I just built the sample app that you have extended so very awesomely. So yeah. Anyway, 10 days ago, we launched a challenge. We've done that a couple of times before with whole Xamarin and Microsoft. So if we go to the dev blocks thing right here, then we wait a little bit because my cable internet is in the machine that's streaming and not in this one. So it takes a little while. There we go. And there's a lot of other good stuff in here, but here we are. Here's our familiar looking monkey, which is with his nice Hawaii shirt. And this is the blog post that launched the challenge. So what I did was create a little app that is going to be your best friend whenever you go traveling. It has some cognitive services in there, so it uses some AI goodness to create a very cool looking app, if I may say so myself. So we launched it. Oh, here it is. It does some things with translations. So it translates stuff into English, Dutch, Spanish. You can add some pictures. It will describe what's in the picture for you. And there was one other thing. Oh, it does the Bing image search. So the carousel view on the top, it scrolls a couple of destinations where you would probably want to go traveling. And those come from Bing image search. So you just say, hey, I want cool travel destinations, or you say, hey, I want Amsterdam or Maui, and it will come up with pictures from those destinations. And you can even specify all these cool things like, I want the primary color to be blue, I want the minimum size to be this, and the maximum size to be that. Very cool stuff. And then for you, there was the challenge. So here it is, the challenge to extend it even further. So we gave you a couple of ideas for things to put in there. So maybe detect faces in the pictures that you're adding, use text analytics to also tell you what is in the actual translated text and if that is good or bad. So you can tell if the person you're talking to is liking you or not, because you can't understand a word they're saying probably. At some point I knew some Spanish, but yeah, that is long gone. And well, there's other stuff you can do. Use recognize travel receipts with the form recognizer. I actually had some of that working. If you were looking closely at the repository right here, you could see there's a branch in here, which is form recognizer. Oh, if only you knew before, then you would get easy points for that. But you know, so you could have done that. I actually did an earlier stream where we looked at the form recognizer. It's pretty cool stuff, but wasn't quite suitable for all this. Put the services in an Azure shell. Well, I can read. You can read what's in here. So you know, there was all these crazy ideas, and I think people even went outside of this list, which is what we like even better. And you came up with even crazier ideas. So when you do that, I think every participant will receive Xamarin stickers. So that's cool. If you join our challenge, you're getting stickers. You're getting stickers. You're getting stickers. Everyone is getting stickers. So that's cool. And there's 10 people, and that's a good chance because there is 23 pull requests. I'm very happy with that. But you know, the odds are pretty good to receive a $25 gift card, and then you can go to the .NET Foundation store. I just ordered a couple of things here, so it's too bad that I won't be receiving this, but you can get this monkey. You can go here to the shirts. You can get the .NET bot. You can get C#, but you're all gonna go with this ones, right? You're gonna order the Xamarin shirts. Didn't wear one today. I have the Coder's Gonna Code from Atlassian, I think. Picked this up at a conference somewhere, and it's still cool. So you know, that's what this is all about. And like I said earlier, this is not going to be where we will hand out these gift cards or anything. This is not official business. This is just me going over on a Friday afternoon, going over these submissions with a nice coffee. It's cold and almost finished, but you know. And I thought, well, if I'm going to have fun looking at this, why not have you join me? So here we are. Let's see, 23 pull requests. So I think I got I'm using the GitHub desktop client on Mac. It's clean. It does everything I want. I use it together with the command line, and so it's very easy to use, but it gives me a couple of visual aids that I need sometime whenever I'm rebasing things or creating branches. And here's all the pull requests. So let's see if I can get this to run. Travel Monkey. Open it in Visual Studio for Mac because we're working on a Mac. Well, I am. Lachlan, you spent most of the day writing in Visual Basic. Oh wow, I feel sorry for you, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, Visual Basic definitely served his purpose, but I never really liked the language. I've did one project where I was heavily involved in doing Visual Basic, but it's a dark time in my life. Well, it reads like English, right? So that's cool. It has all these keywords like, but that's also makes it very verbose and cluttered. I never liked coding with VB. Yeah, it's like C#, but you get to giggle now and then. Yeah. Exactly. It's like, well, let's not digress here and say things I will regret later. So here we are. Let's close this API keys before I. Let's talk a little bit about what I learned about this challenge, because it's the first time I did this. I got to create this app. I got approached by Matt, who said like, "Hey, I'm thinking of this challenge. Do you want to help me out creating an app?" I was like, "Yes, cool, do it." So I created this challenge for the first time since joining Microsoft, which is pretty cool. But there's two main things that I learned, and first is I need to come up with a way for people not to commit their API keys file. I think I actually emptied it. I'm not gonna take the chance, but so maybe add that to the git ignore or something, because a couple of people committed their API keys, which is not fun. You have to really reset them, get them off there, scrub the internet, and once it's on the internet, it's always there. So what I recommended to those people is like, hey, if you are not going to use these services, just delete them or regenerate the keys, because they're out there now. The other thing is, I mean, let's be honest, we're doing this challenge because it's awesome, but we're also doing this challenge because we want to learn from you. How are you using these services? What crazy ideas can you come up with? I mean, that's the part I like. But also, what trouble are you running into? Where can we do better on the Xamarin part, but also on the Azure AI part? What are you missing? What, that kind of stuff. And I should have probably created a pull request template with a couple of questions that made you think about how you did things and why. I know one person, I think he was in the chat earlier, John, john.net. That sounds cool, right? John.net. He is a friend of mine, and he wrote a blog post, or I think a book, I don't know. See, there he is, yay! And he wrote a extensive blog post on what he did and why and how, and I don't know what he ate for breakfast. I think all of that is in there. And that's pretty cool. So that's what we like to see. So if you're watching, if you didn't yet supply us with the information, what trouble you ran into, then go update your PR description now. So yeah, that's the stuff we're interested in. Like one, I committed mine. I was incredibly careful, making sure to hide them while streaming, and then committed them to a public repo. Yeah, so yeah, that happens very easily. You just think you're happy that you're done with your changes, and then you're like, boom, commit, bam, and then it's like, oh, did you get a message from GitHub? I think GitHub and Azure DevOps and that kind of tools are now very good with detecting those kind of sensitive information. They're free to use services, who cares? I mean, yeah, but if you also accidentally forgot to put it on a free tier, or someone's going to max out your rate limit or whatever, only trouble can come of it, right? So anyway, enough with the random talk. Let's just run this thing. They scan repos and alert you when you commit secrets. Yeah, so that's cool. That's really cool stuff. So what we're talking about here is whenever you do accidentally commit things to your GitHub repo, well, hopefully you're not committing things by accident. Oh, look at this cool animation. I love that. I totally stole that from another project. Oh, so there is a little Easter egg that I put in. Did someone see this? I think I saw it in a couple of screenshots, because people probably didn't do the Bing search API key, or it was the wrong one, or something else happened. So whenever it couldn't get the images from the Bing image search, it would go to this cat API and get you a random cat. I think it's cat as a service. Here we go. Cat as a service. So if you ever need a random API, you can get cats by that even say things. Random cat saying hello. Here we go. Hello. So I put that little Easter egg in there. I hope you found it and had a little chuckle. It also gives you cats if you max out your free tier. So, so that's why you got the cats. Okay. And so this is probably not going to work because I'm pretty confident that I got the API keys out of here. See, so I probably can I drag this out of here? Oh, cool. Let me stop this one. Get the API keys in. This will. Oh well, that it doesn't really matter right now. I mean, this is the app. This is the original app. Let's go over the submissions. That's much more fun. So let's close the solution for now. Not delete it. Close it, because Visual Studio for Mac, well, can get a little garbled whenever you switch branches and a lot of stuff changes. Let's first go quickly over the pull requests here. So there's a lot of them. Some are 9 days old, so that was like, I don't have anything to do. I saw the challenge, quickly jumped in there and did things. Added alt search and caching translations. Okay, so let's see what that's about. I'll just go over them like this, the pull requests, and whenever I see something totally awesome, then I'll get the branch and see if I can get it to run. Hello, I added a new page in order to show all translations. Okay, so basically, and caching results to avoid request translation again. Okay, cool. So that's cool, because if you're on a free tier, then caching might be good, right? Because if you're doing the same request over and over again and you're not caching, then you're going to go through your free tier credits very quickly. So why not cache it? Very good. Good thinking. Saving money. How are you? How are you? But where are the... Okay, so this is then probably a page that came in between, where old search results were saved, and you can click it again to see the results in that you got back the first time. Let's quickly see some code. This is some random IDE stuff. Go. Old searches. No worries. Resultados. It seems like this is a Spanish person or something. Data translation service instance. Okay, cool. So that's what this does. Deleting a lot of code, that's always good too. Oh, it's adding it back, so probably some indentation stuff here. Now I'm curious, is this person a Spanish one? Cansado. I don't know. Cansado. Thank you anyway for your submission. I hope you will enjoy the stickers, and who knows, maybe some more. Face detection and text analytics. So that's cool. You also have a the computer vision service, or the face. I don't know which service is what exactly, so where the one stops and where the other begins. But you also have a service on the cognitive services side where you can detect faces, and you can also detect, like, do they wear glasses? Do they have a beard? Are they looking happy? Are they looking sad? Is it a male? Is it a female? And even you can recognize celebrities, so that's pretty cool. So here we have the same image, I think the image recognition that I put in here, but this is Ronaldo. I don't know much about soccer, but I know this guy. And it describes, I see a person standing in the grass, so I'm not sure if this person also enabled the recognition of celebrities, but it knows that there are one people in here, and the person is happy. I mean, he's smiling, and he just won a cup probably, so I think he's pretty happy. He's male, he's 31, and he doesn't wear makeup. Well, knowing Ronaldo a little bit, I'm pretty sure he wears makeup, but you know. And he doesn't wear glasses. Okay, so, and also what was added is the sentiment analysis. This is one of the suggestions I think we did for the, so whenever you translate something, it will also get out the sentiment. So this is a sentiment of 92, which probably means that, well, someone's pretty happy. I don't know if you can say that by just saying hello, but you know. Okay, and it actually asks you first, I see a face, do you want to analyze it? They added a couple of more, well, just one more language, Turkish. So I'm going to assume that this person, I'm not going to try to pronounce the username, is Turkish. So yeah, very cool, very cool. I also tried to do the continuous integration thing here, but for some reason it didn't work out. I think there was some upgrade for iOS or Xcode in the meantime, which broke this thing. So a lot of people were approaching me like, "Hey, the build is failing. What's going on?" I was like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. It's my fault. It's my fault. My bad." Text analysis doesn't recognize sarcasm, though. Yeah, well, you know, maybe it does, and maybe you don't get it. You don't get it. All right, Travel Monkey enhancements. That sounds. Oh, because it's the Travel Monkey app. Okay. Oh, this person did UWP. Oh, that's cool. I would totally love to run this, but I'm on a Mac. Oh, but this looks cool. So I think this person was one of the first people that even before the challenge was out there, and he was on Twitter like, "Hey, will it have a UWP head?" And I was like, "No, because I'm creating this on a Mac. I'm sorry. I love UWP. We do at Xamarin.forms, but you know, we didn't add one yet." So he was like, "Yeah, we need more love for UWP, and I'm going to add it." So boom, here it is. I mean, this is an awesome out-of-the-box idea. It has this UWP client and a speak button next to the picture. So my kids who still cannot read loved it when they take photos and hear funny descriptions made of them. So that's awesome. He also made his kids happy while doing this. I mean, what more do you want from a challenge? It's amazing. Okay, so UWP client as well. Seeing the, I think this is some stock image from from Windows. I see a body of water, and he added the little speak button here, and then it will probably speak up, "I see a body of water," in a Microsoft Sam voice. Looks really cool. I think what's funny, I don't know if that's I don't know if Steven is watching, if this is a bug in Pancake View, because it seems like the angle of the gradient on the background is the other way from the others. Let's quickly see if I can pull up. Did I have the... No, I don't have a... Oh. See, because the gradient here starts with the... I know the one end of the gradient is like grayish, and the other one is the color, the primary color in this image. And here it starts at the top right, and for iOS 2, I think. See, and here so as well. But on UWP, it starts on the other end, so it seems. So that's funny. No Stevens here. Oh, that's too bad. He's probably doing important pancake stuff. I don't know. UWP, very, very nice done. I will definitely look at this in more detail whenever I get to my Windows machine. Add Japanese to the translate result. I mean, you can tell me anything you want because I don't speak Japanese, but you know, I believe you. So this person just added Japanese to the translations. That's very cool. Update git ignore for the API key. Very smart man. So cool, yeah, Japanese, boom, in the languages here. Hey, there's Steven. See, you just have to say his name 3 times and he'll be here. So Steven, you will be able to tell me this, and maybe I uncovered a bug. The angle for UWP gradients seemed to go the wrong way, as opposed to other platforms. So go figure it out. Okay, so where was I? Japanese. Translate picture description. Oh, that's cool. So I had the... when you tap the label, is displayed. Okay, wow. So this is, oh, this is nice. So I had the screen where you could put in the image. It will get a description for you. And what this person did, Takapi Jr., I don't know. Oh, this is also someone from Japan, that looks like. Takahiro Soda. I hope I pronounced that right. So, and what he did is tie some things I already had in the app together. So you got the description here, and whenever you tap that, it will now take you and that text to the translation page, which I also already had in the app, and it will translate it automatically to all these languages here. So a stadium, or in Dutch, ik zie een stadion met mensen in het water. Or I see a stadium with people in the water, which seems to be quite accurate. So that's cool. That's basically two things I already had in here. And, you know, you just tie those things together and you have a new feature. Very cool. Yeah, oh, that's funny, Lachlan, because Stephen and I I was watching back your stream because you started for somewhere around midnight here. You were channeling the robot voice. Okay, so there's a couple of things going on here. Lachlan streamed his submission to the Travel Monkey Challenge thing. And I was watching it back, and he was also mentioning Steven's name, and Steven's last name, just like mine, is always a struggle for people that are non-Dutch, or even people that might be Dutch, I don't know. But Lachlan got it pretty good, and Steven, whose website is tavison.io, he noticed that his name was pronounced wrong all the time. So he got this little Easter egg thing going on right here that whenever you click it, I don't think you will hear it on the stream. If you do, let me know. I think I muted the desktop audio, so it's not going to work. But it will pronounce his name right here. Unfortunately, not in his own soothing voice, but some kind of Microsoft Sam. But that's why Lachlan got the pronunciation so good. So, okay, that's funny. Meet and be social on the chat. Here we go. So where was I? Translate picture description. Cool. Add text speech. So I think this is some other. Oh, so it added text to speech on the translations here. So that's cool. That will help you with the pronunciation. I swear this wasn't. I didn't plan for this to happen, but you know, it makes a nice bridge to here. Speaking about pronunciations, and it will add the text to speech on the translation, so you can say hello, hello, hola, and bonjour. So that's really cool. And you can see, I mean, I'm not trying to downplay what this person has done here, but you can see it's very easy to implement something like this. So just a text-to-speech service that he implemented, and just provided with the locale that you want to do it with, the value, so the actual string value, and boom, it will do it. All right, what do we have more? What do we have more? Improve design with shell. So that's very cool. So the funny thing is that I'm not really seeing a difference. Okay, you know what? Let's get this one. This is number 8. Let's see what happened here. I mean, we didn't pull down anything yet. So why not this one? So if you don't know shell, not that one. I go to the default Xamarin Forms one because that's what I'm working on mostly, but not needed for this one. If you don't know shell, Xamarin Forms shell. Let's do it in Google. Shell helps you with a lot of basic concepts that you would need whenever you start working on a mobile app. So it's probably all things that we've done as mobile developers. So you want to use a flyout, which is the menu that comes from the left. You want to have tabs. You want to have page configurations. What's that? Shell defines attached properties. Oh, configure the appearance of pages. So page colors, disabling navigation bar, disabling tab bar, etc., etc. It helps you with navigation. It provides you with a search bar automatically that scrolls the nice way, and integrates with your navigation bar, like you can see here. It also gives you the auto suggests that you can do here. So it provides you with a couple of very cool stuff. It is opinionated, so it decides a little bit for you how you should do things. But if you're going to work on a app for the first time, or you're doing something simple, Shell is going to be your best friend. So that's very cool to look into. A lot of development is done in there, and yeah. So I just did it with XAML pages because that's what I like to do, and wrap it in some binding context, that kind of thing. But someone turned this whole thing into Shell, apparently. So the way you do that is you have an app shell, and here we have our main page. We have multiple main pages, and Shell also works with routes, so with URLs. And visually nothing really changed, but probably the navigation in here somewhere changed with, let's see, I'm not too familiar with Shell, so let's see if we can figure this out. I'll zoom this a little bit so you can see it better at home. But let's see what happens here. So we have the views, we have the main page, and see, here we go. So we can just tell shell current go async, and it will go to picture. And even the old code is still above here. So this is what I did earlier. You have some navigation object on your page, and you have to say push modal, and instantiate like the actual page. But with Shell, you have the URL concept going on, so you can just say, okay, I want to go to picture, and it will figure out, or I want to go to translation, and you can even say work with the query parameters. So here you have the question mark, and you can say input text is, and we will have the text that we entered here, right? So that will navigate you to the next page. Ooh, and it has this fancy animation. Look at that. That's cool. I want pancakes. This is not going to work because I don't have the API key. And you have to do the URL decoding thing here because it's URLs, but it also has this nice animation, so very cool, very cool. Okay, nice. Added shell. Did you do anything more besides that? Shell. I don't know what I'm doing here, just clicking wildly. Improve design with shell. So I really love the animations in shell. So feedback, I've been struggling with the save area inset. So this is what I mentioned earlier. This is things that we want to know, things that you've been struggling with, or general feedback. Of course, feedback can also be, I totally love this. So my feedback would be, I totally love the animations going from one page to the other. Okay. So added shell, very nice, very nice. Very happy about that. Let's close the solution again. Close the project. Stop running and doing things. All right, cool. Lachlan, I see you. I should stream more. I think you gave me 100 bits. Thank you for that. I have to call that out. Thank you for that. If you want to support me more, just do all the things. Subscribe, like, bits, subscribe even more, and do all the things. So thank you for that. Extracting text from a picture photo, detecting the language of the text, and have speech service pronounce the original text plus translations. Okay, I think we saw a couple of these things already. This is a nice rainbow. Oh, it reads the image of the text from the image. Andrà tutto bene. So this is probably someone from Italy, Switzerland, where they speak Italian for a little part, I think. I thought I wanted in a travel app would be that I walk around in a foreign country and I could point my smartphone at any kind of writings or signs. So yeah, that makes sense. So what this person implemented, Roman Muller, is I think you have an app from Google for that, where you can just point your phone and it will actually translate like in real time. But what this does is take a picture and it will get the text out of that picture. So that's another service that you can use. So it will recognize the text in a picture, extract that, and when you have the text, you can translate that, or you can read the sentiment from that, or you can do all kinds of things with that. So that is pretty cool. I'm looking at my streaming machine and it's blowing wildly, and it also says encoded overloading, and I look a bit like a robot. Is that also happening for you? Is that just the preview here? Frame rate is horrible too. Yeah, so that's cool. Don't know why that's happening. Let me see if I can quickly fix something here. At least get this out of the way. I don't know, is it doing Windows updates or something? And audio is a bit soft on my end. Yeah, could be me as well. The problem is that I don't have a mouse attached to my machine that's streaming right now, so that's a little annoying. All right, well, I'm gonna keep going. I'll talk a little bit louder and I'll figure out what is going on with this for the next time. Okay, cool. So, unless it's getting really terrible, let me know if you can't really follow anything I'm doing anymore. I got a mighty headphone amp. That sounds cool. Me and my mighty headphone amp. All right. Let's go. So it gets the text out of this image. That was what I was talking about. When you hit the translate button, boom, it will take that text. It will detect the language because, you know, it might be a different language. You don't know. And yeah, that's pretty awesome. Does it also, or is it just because he added an icon? Does he, oh, speech service, so you can also hear the text. Okay, that's very cool. So he also did the text-to-speech kind of thing. Would be helpful in a restaurant looking at the menu. And Chinese, Korean, so I think there's a whole bunch of new languages coming in here that I definitely can't read. Documentation on the cognitive service is excellent. So you mean, you know, feedback in that form also very welcome. Thank you for that. And preparing for the AI 100 exam, this challenge came at the right time. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know there were exams for this yet. Awesome. I might need to look into that. Get me a little certificate. Cleaned out API keys. See, there you go. I should do that for next time. Sound is much better. Okay, cool. So we're on track. Yes. See, that's why you should sponsor me and subscribe and do all the things, because I need to buy proper stuff. No, that's the thing. I have all this good stuff, but I don't know how to work with it. All right. Story of my life. Let's see. Let's just go over some things that from people that are actually here. So that might be cool. Send a ticky to David. Yeah. Woo. Funny thing is, David is not my boss. What? Lachlan. So let's just dive into this one. I'll quickly skip over the ones that I skipped here. Speech to text, so we've seen that. Internationalization support. Polish, really cool. I think so. This is not just translating the things here, but added actual, like, I mean, this is a traveling app. Everyone wants to use this. So I think this person, probably from Poland, Marcin Badurowicz, professor, speaker, developer. Very cool. Added like localization to the app, so that's very cool too. First plan, text to speech, supporting. Okay, so there's some feedback here. Really good. Added localization, very cool. Also a nice plan. New plan your trip with speech to text. Okay, so planning a trip. This guy built a whole new. Oh, this is Bogdan. Do I say that right? Also from Poland, I think. Plan your trip. Okay, so we have this trip planner in here. It does speech to text, sightsee in Poland, and you get images from Poland. And he got the carousel view in here. Very cool. Oh, here, Bogdan. Okay, he's here in the chat too. Very good. So cool. This is nice. Plan your trip. So you can just say sightsee in your text, and that place will get lifted. It will put into the searching APIs, I guess, and it will get the images. So basically something like what I did with the carousel view in the main page, but now it will get that from your actual voice and search for that. So that's really cool. Looks really nice. Thank you, Bogdan. Yes, nice work. Very cool. Quite interesting challenge. Well, that's what I love to hear. So what I do miss, Bogdan, I don't know if you were here for the beginning of the stream. It would be cool if you could add some of your experiences in here. So what did you like? What did you have trouble with developing this challenge? If you could add that into this PR, that would be super awesome. All right, very nice submission. Thank you. That was that. Text to speech added in translation. Okay, so also text to speech, very cool. Design enhancements. I mean, the design was already very cool. So what was there to improve? What? I started a review, did I? Oh, well. Consistent UI style across different pages. Add pancake view on add new button. Add close button to close icon. Okay, yeah. Change corner radius of all elements to match each other. Okay, so this is someone who likes to design and improved on our little design here. So cool. That's also something that we love. We love to know about. Oh, here are the API keys. Bzz, bzz, bzz. I hope that person already deleted them. Design enhancements, chat page. So that was cool. I think I saw this chat design come by somewhere, but what did they do with it? I added the text chat page with translation feature. Does not implement send message feature, just implemented translate before send message and displayed like a typical chat app. Okay, so cool. So what I see here is that you would be in Japan. I mean, it says Japan on the screen here, and you would type your message in English, and you would hand that to the Japanese person that's across from you. And they can read it, they can type the reply in Japanese, and it will translate that into English, and it will give it back to you. So that way you can talk to each other. That's cool, right? That's cool. Reading a little bit back on the chat here. Bogdan says, I plan to write a blog post about that. Okay, very cool. Please do that as soon as possible. Don't mean to rush you, but do it as soon as possible. So we can look at that as well. I think the gift cards are going to be random, by the way. So, I mean, but I just want to read your blog post. That's it. And add it to the PR if you don't mind, so I don't have to gather all the links from Twitter and stuff. So please add it just to the PR. There be monkey. If there's a design enhancement, I slave that. I think I saw a pretty cool PR with that has something to do with a monkey. Let's see if we can find that. Okay, let's finish up on this one. How to use it? Push the button. Oh, see, there's a chat floating action button. That's cool. Select languages. Okay, you can pre-select the languages that you want to do, and it's going to input the text and send it. Wow. I really like this one. It's awesome. Thank you. Shuhei, also from Japan. There's a lot of fans in Japan. Very cool. Added Blazor, so that is something really cool. Can I run that on a Mac, Lachlan? Can I do it? I think you even are hosting this somewhere, right? I think you mentioned somewhere that there's a link here. Azure DevOps build, publish. Oh, live on Twitch. So here we go. I'll leave this on here for a little bit. Wait, I'll post it in the chat. Here you go. That's a live stream on how he built, well, half of this thing, I think he mentioned. That's cool. While working on the app, there were several aha moments when I thought, why doesn't the app do? Then I remember that's kind of the point. Yeah. So, okay, let's take a step back. I'm getting excited because Lachlan, what he did is create a Blazor UI. So if you don't know Blazor, Blazor is like the way to run actual C# apps in the browser. Let's call it like that. So you don't need any JavaScript or well, a little bit, but you can do the majority of it in C#. Actual DLLs will get downloaded to the browser of your visitors, and you can run complete programs that way. Blazor is the name that .NET has for it. It is actually WebAssembly, using WebAssembly underneath. And if you go to look at some amazing WebAssembly demos, it's quite amazing what you can do, because you have all this power that you can leverage with the programming languages. So Google Earth apparently has a product, and I think there's a couple of I think you can even play like some version of Doom or whatever from your browser, which looks pretty amazing. Here, Doom 3, there we go. That was what I was looking for. So while that's loading Google Earth, can I trying out WebAssembly? I'm totally drifting off here into all kinds of other things, but preview beta, do it. Oh, there we go. So this is Google Earth in your browser. This already looks, I mean, everything where you add a map is pretty amazing, right? You can boot into Windows 2000 through WASM. Yes, so that's, I mean, you have a full OS running in your browser. That's cool. See, you can do all these 3D animations. Very, very, very cool. Zoom in, zoom out. I mean, that's pretty amazing. Doom 3, like I said, here we go. Oh, this is just an image. Oh, I got you there. Is this the actual one? I don't know, but you know, it's here. It's here. So go check that out. That's what you can do with WebAssembly, and the WebAssembly implementation of .NET is called Blazor. And we also have some experimental support for Xamarin.forms for Blazor. But you know, at the very least, you can reuse all your models or your business logic and give it another UI. So you can just add that to your project. Let's see if I can get this here. I'm not sure if it's supported on Mac yet, so this might be a big disaster right here, number 16. But it's pretty cool. So we have the same app with all these challenges combined, with all the submissions combined. We now have UWP, a bunch of new features. We have it running on the web with Blazor. We have it running on Android, iOS. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Recent solutions, Travel Monkey. Let's go. I built all this on VS Mac. Well, There we go. That's right. I watched the stream. I knew that. It's all the excitement. It's coming out. I can't remember things. I don't know what I'm saying. So here you go. See, I think he did some refactoring to put all the logic into this core one. What are you doing here? Yeah, so the models, data, services. Okay, and you took these here. Okay, yeah, so these are just the pages that are used for the mobile clients then, I guess. And here we have Blazor, and you have its own views here then, I guess. Okay, cool. So I should be able to switch to Blazor for the starter project and just run this puppy. So let's see if we can do that. Invalid development, so certificate found. Password. Okay, why do I need a password? Because it's generating something? So that's what's happening here. Let's boo, click run, I guess. I clicked run, nothing happening. Application output, there's nothing here. It says Trump Travel Monkey iOS. Sorry, try again. Oh, so I need, what kind of password do I need here? What are we doing? Why is this yellow on white? Would it my Mac password, or am I just publishing my Mac password now? Was not found. Install and trust. I don't care. Install and trust all the things. This has nothing to do with me. Yeah, that's what they all say. And suddenly all of my things belong to you. Oh, it's opening on the other screen. Here we go. Oh, look, it even has the splash screen. Oh my god, that's amazing. Boom, here we go, running on Blazor in a browser. Isn't this amazing? Again, I don't know about Twitch things, but can someone clip this and do things and make sure that other people see this? This is cool. Did you submit the API keys? Because it seems to do things. I want pancakes. Pancakes. Oh yeah, so the API keys are in here. So if you're looking for free API keys, go here now. It does the translations. Okay, it does need to load whenever I go back. No problem. Tab to add a picture. I don't know if I have any. I don't think I have any cool pictures that I dare to open on this stream. Okay, but you can add your pictures, so that's cool. Let's just download a random picture. Let's do it. Random picture. A dancing bear. A dancing bear is always good. Let's save this. Desktop. I want to try this. Take photo. That would be cool. Can I do that? Can I take a photo? Gosh. Doesn't show the image, but it does know the description. I see a large brown bear sitting on a rock. No, it's a dancing bear. This AI sucks. The loading is just a task delay. Oh, you just want to show off the bouncing monkey. Yeah. Very cool. All right, nice. And it has the carousel view here that loads the images. This is so cool. Thank you for doing this, Lachlan. Very awesome. Ran out of time. No problem. This is already very awesome. I don't know if there's a blog. Well, you did a stream. If there's a blog post, or if you could add a little bit about what you did learn or what you did find, we would be very grateful. This is very good stuff, Lachlan. Thank you very much. So detect faces. So we've seen that. Return emotion. Let's quickly see if we got a screenshot. Nope, we don't. That's too bad. So we got some feedback right here. Trailing slash that throws them off. That shouldn't happen. Add happy face detection. So we got our happy faces. It has a happy faces counter. That's cool. I think this is from a Dutch person, Anna Meijer, and I think I looked him up earlier. There's this company who all uses this background in their pictures. So I thought he was working there, and I was right. Yay. Add a photo. It will check if the people on it are happy. I see a man and a woman standing in front of a mountain, and there were two happy faces. That's cool. So that's a nice uplifting feature. You can check in which places you were happy or sad. Very cool. So from the pictures, I think I already mentioned it before. There is a service, or at least a feature, where you can just extract the emotion and the faces from the images, and Anna uses this to put in this happy faces counter in the app. That's pretty cool. Detection emotions. This is, I think, somewhat the same thing. Oh, here we go. But it also detects the age and the gender. Yeah. Select a photo, detect faces. Oh, he added another monkey. That's cool. Someone's loving this monkey. I want to see the monkey now. Would the monkey also animate? Monkey loading JSON. Okay, so he's probably using Lottie animations, right? Yeah, so if you don't know Lottie, that's pretty cool. It's a animation framework based on JSON files. I think it was developed by Airbnb. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe they just popularized it by Airbnb. Here, see, there we go. And there is this Xamarin plugin for it. And what it does is it allows you to get JSON files with animations. You can create those with Adobe After Effects and use those in your, all kinds of apps, but most importantly by Xamarin.forms apps. So here you can see all kinds of animations going on from actual apps. So that's pretty cool. Does some initialization code, so go check it out. And I think if you want to use, or you're not a After Effects wizard, you can go to lottiefiles.com, I think. And there's a whole bunch of libraries, animations that you should be able to use. Go check out the license on these things so that you give the appropriate attribution to the right people. But there's cool stuff in here that will help you make your app even more awesome. So we have that one, and here we have the one from John.net. Very cool, John.net. See, and he has a cool picture to go with it. I mean, he's just a cool guy. He already wrote the blog, so I'll just put this in the chat as well. Boom, there we go. Go read that on all his adventures. Let's open it here. Oh, there I am, together with Matt. And you can see it's right here in my studio. And he wrote pre-challenge goals, app ID story, implementation, media elements. So He did a whole bunch of cool things. Status bar transparency on iOS, that is always a fun thing to work with. Hard reload, final result. Oh, look at that. There's a movie playing in the background. Let's see if I can download this one. I think I'll download this one, go over the results, and then I've been boring you for, oh, it's been just over an hour. Well, it's not been as bad as I thought. But unfortunately I have some other stuff to do, so let's just go this one. First close solution, close all the things. And open it again. So John, can I run this one? Does it has the API keys? Do I need API keys? I'm going to make the loading indicator in my app play a random file of Lottie files. That's cool. After PR send, I found an app crash on iOS. What? But I love running on iOS. So you're saying that I can't run this on iOS? Oh, it says Android by default. Well, lucky you. I'll run this on Android then. Do I need the API keys? No API keys? You're lucky. Phase API key. Does it need API keys for the... It doesn't need the API key for the movie, right? Didn't add them to GitHub. Computer vision. I'm adding the API keys off screen here. I got a couple of them. He also needs the face API key. I don't have that one. Ooh, now this is going to be a challenge, because now my API key will be in the changes on the GitHub client, so I can't open my GitHub client anymore. Interesting. Okay, I'll send the face API key via WhatsApp. Ooh, exciting. Oh no, don't do my WhatsApp live on stream. Thank you. I don't have it yet, John. Oh, there we go. But now, oh, this is all going wrong. Okay, come here. API keys, face API, boom, save it. Okay, and back. Starting the Pixel 2. I think it started. Come on. Okay, so let's go over some changes here to not completely bore you to death. I think so. You mentioned something. Someone need a secret scene. Yeah, I definitely do. So also some. You also did some. Lachlan is just throwing around his API keys to everyone. Here, you want an API key? Here's one. I don't care. So John, you added some effects as well, and also some shared transitions. Okay, very cool. Can't wait to see them. But this is all going to hell for some reason. Let's just quit this thing and see if we can do it again. I mean, it's not like I've been having any technical difficulties today, so that's fine. Shared transitions plugin. I must say I didn't use it yet. And it's still beta, so beta, whatever you want to call it. So that's why it's not working on iOS, right? Gianpaolo Gaba. Also sounds very Italian. Oh, right, it's that one. Yes, I've seen that one. That's really cool. So what you can do with this is you can click yeah, well, basically one of this. I think here, there's a pancake. I mean, oh my gosh, these guys everywhere. And whenever you navigate, you can see this transition going, like they're coming at you and going back to the places where they came from. It's like really cool. And it would be even cooler if I could get it to run. So what more did you change? A lot of generated code. Cleaned up my code. I hate these prefixes here. I usually get them out as well. UI label shadow effect. Added some shadows. Shadows are always good. I've been working on shadows yesterday on a frame. Media element. So media element is a control that we have recently added to, or well, I say we, but it was actually Peter Foot from the community who did a lot of work on that. Media element, which allows you to play videos and audio and that kind of stuff from a simple Xamarin Forms control. So that's really cool. Some converters, Akavash for some caching. So if you don't know, Akavash is a little caching library that you can very easily use to cache things. So I don't know what you're caching here, the destinations. So that's cool. Like I mentioned earlier, I mean, if you're going to do these with free services, you might as well cache a whole bunch of them so you don't hit the APIs too often. I see that frame rate is going down again. Which sucks. Come on, Android, what are you doing? We're patiently waiting while Android decides to start or not. Well, I can't blame this on Android, but it's just, you know, building the app, running the things. And like I said, this is probably going to be the last demo because it's time for weekend for my machine and everyone, I guess, because it's not been the best streaming day. But I still hope you enjoyed it. While we're waiting, let's just pull up some more. Feature sentiment analysis. So we've seen the sentiment analysis too. Android live processing. Oh yeah, I promised another cool one. Oh, I really wanted to run this one. So they implemented the camera 2. If you're working with Android, you probably know what camera 2 is, which is the new support libraries Android kind of thing. And they implemented live frame processing, and so you can process the frames while you have the camera open, which is really cool. And I think what he did is implement some kind of like, here is the person, what's your name? Ime. Oh, it's a Dutch guy as well. Oh, very cool. And so I think what he did is implement some kind of password first that you have to look like this monkey before you can use the app. So here you can see him, and you need to look more like our mascot of the travel monkey. Try putting on glasses. So whenever you put on glasses, it will detect that from your live camera feed, and you can go into the app. So that is really, really cool. So there's 2 problems here. 1, my frame rate is dying. Oh, it seems better. And 2, I don't have glasses. Problems I encountered. I'm really looking forward to reading that because we also have another PR for Xamarin Forms to create a camera view for which we want to use the camera too. So I'm really curious to see how he did this, and maybe we can learn some of that and take it into the camera view. Face API, force closest stream, still need to do afterwards. Copy and paste async. Okay, cool. So yeah, you need to look more like that. I really love this one. I'm going to try this off stream and get some glasses from somewhere, some random person down the street. So I think the Android emulator came up. Oh, there we go. See, there's John walking in the woods. He lives in the woods, I know that. Happy places. Find out what you desire. Oh, and this label has a shadow. Do you see that? This looks amazing. Do you see that? Wow. What more did you do, John? What more did you do? What else can I look at? Implementation steps and findings. Look better with shadow. Yes, definitely. Translation. I still want pancakes. Oh, this is a run without the API keys. Oh, no, I restarted the run. Okay, right. I still want pancakes. No new translations. Nothing funny going on here. Adding text and adding selfie to detect your happiness. Yeah. Oh, to detect your happiness. Okay, so that's kind of hard to test with the emulator. Okay. Search news. So I like this one too. What's going on with your current destination? So I think they added a little bit of the destination here and tap to see what's going on. So it will also get you some news, probably also from the Bing APIs, and it will give you the news from Seattle. So San Francisco. Oh, it gives me the news in Spanish. So that's nice. But you can find some local news from the destination that you want to go to. And this one sprinkled with awesomeness. Oh, I think I saw this one coming in, which also did a lot of design things, improved the splash screen animation. So what's that? Okay, it does a little bit of more of the bouncing and fading, a little bit prettier. Okay, cool. And it has a bigger carousel with a nice icon here. Okay, so this actually looks pretty good. You can, where do you want to go? So it takes this place that you enter right here and puts that in the background image, as well as still translating my things. The pictures are down here. So yeah, basically some more design features and some more pancake corner things going on here. So this looks really good. So everything here is on the repository here. You can go to it by going to aka.ms/travelmonkey. You will land on this page right here. I'll put that in the chat. I want to make clear that Gerald did most of the restyling. Yes, let's make that very clear. So one of the things I did, there's a complete description here as well. I mean, if you were watching this, you probably participated in some way or followed this. And I took his awesome UI design here that I think he did for another challenge or maybe for the fun of it. There's a blog post on how he did this, and the actual design came from Dribble or something. I think that's what you do. See, this is see Dribble. There you go. This is the original design, and Steven took that and make it into a design for Xamarin.forms. But I'm not nearly as good as a designer, so my design took some of this and then made it a little bit less good looking, but pretty enough for this challenge. Yeah, I think that's all there is to it. Thank you so much, people joining me on this stream. and also the people joining me here with the challenge. If you're looking this back on the archives, thank you for sticking with me for this first challenge. It was pretty cool to do. It's pretty amazing to see all the things that you came up with. I'm going to have so much fun going through this, especially the one where I have to put in the glasses to actually get to go into my app. Thank you for that, Ime. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And yeah, like I said, again, I'm going to say it again. I don't, well, as far as I know at this point, I don't have anything to do with getting to choose which ones will get the credits or whatnot. And I think it will even be randomly. But the odds should be pretty good, 10 people out of 23. So, you know, chances are good that you will get something. And you'll at least get stickers, so that's pretty cool, right? I'm going to go through all these submissions. Thanks, this was fun. Thank you, Lachlan. Especially thanks for your awesome submission. Also, Bogdan, very cool. I hope you subscribe to my channel here on Twitch. Also subscribe to my channel on YouTube, where I archive all these streams and also do some other videos. I'm planning to do some more there. So hopefully you'll join me for next time. And thank you for bearing with me with bad frame rates and technical issues and time for a weekend and doing some drinks. Talk to you later. Thank you.